All right, another video continuing on. Got 7 messages remaining on Claude before we hit our limit for a couple of hours. So, thinking of changing track a little bit, looking at some of the other functionality that we were considering. And one of the things that we haven't done is Git, set up Git so that we can just start doing that properly, as opposed to not committing any of our changes and not having any tracked history and all that kind of stuff. And then also one of the recommendations earlier was to set up this CI/CD pipeline. So I've never set up an automated CI/CD pipeline before. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT because we got more chats there. So I want to set up an automated CI/CD pipeline for a new project. I have started. I have no experience with automated CI/CD pipelines, but do want to use GitHub. Can you please provide detailed steps on how to do this? I want to ensure that the process we create is very robust and follows industry best practice. Cool. Still Git, yep. We're obviously going to avoid the CD process for now because we don't need to deploy it. CI/CD actions. Set up. Explanation on specifies triggers push and pull requests to main branch. Create a workflow that runs tests every time code is pushed to the repository. That makes sense. Okay, what if multiple branches? So branches, how do I explain these? Try and find my Miro board. Obviously no expert, right? But if you have cut. Yeah, no expert, but the idea obviously with branches is that you might have different branches being worked on at different times. So for example, with our app that we're building, maybe someone was working on email verification, while someone was also adding, working on over here, like what's something else they could have been adding, like forgot password, right? And someone over here could be other functionality, I don't know, whatever. And these branches are all self-contained because obviously if someone makes a change on this, code base over here, it could break something that this relies on or this relies on in the meantime. And then what you do is you commit your changes to GitHub, and then eventually what you need to do is you need to merge them, merge into main. Previously, a lot of people called this master. Now, a lot of people just call it main. So, all of these end up flowing into here. And then once you've got main updated, if you then create another branch, you create it off of main, you have your new branch, and then you kind of repeat the process. So when ChatGPT is talking about where was it? Every time code is pushed to a repository, I just want to ask it, what if we have multiple branches? How does our CI part of the pipeline work in this instance? Okay, yeah, so we need to configure it that way. Yeah, so this is a good point. Developers typically work on feature branches, which is what we were talking about, bug fixes or other long-lived branches before merging. Your CI pipeline should automatically run on all branches, provide feedback to developers on the status of their changes, ensure that only code that passes. Yep. Okay, cool. So if you want your CI pipelines to run on all branches whenever code is pushed or a pull request is opened, modify the on section of your YAML file. Yeah. All branches. That's what we want to do. We don't want to do that. You can also specify branch name patterns. Okay, cool. Okay. Is there any other best practices I should consider? Okay. Yeah, we don't need to worry about all this. This is kind of getting really in depth. Okay. Awesome. For now, I just want to set up the CI part of the pipeline because I am not deploying anything yet. Can you? I am new to this, so please walk me through the process step by step, remembering that I want to use multiple branches and need to run automated tests on each branch. All right. We got Git. Let's log into GitHub. What is my? It's been a while. Password. Okay. Okay, I've just got a verification code coming to my email. Yes, I want to log in. Okay, let's go rid of that. Cool. Bring this over here. So we've got new repository. new repository. We will call this Node comprehensive user back and private. Did say add a readme. Git ignore template we will leave as none. I don't want to clone the repository, I just want to push. Let me ask it that first. I don't want to clone the repo. I want to push the code I have already written to the repo. All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're gonna not check. I thought that was the case. So we'll just leave that for a sec. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the process. We do need to add a git ignore file though to a git ignore file. Make sure you don't upload files that you don't want to GitHub. Can you please also provide me with a git ignore file? This is simple to write. It's just .git ignore, but I want to make sure I don't forget anything. So this will tell us to ignore like our .env files. It'll tell us to ignore a couple other things, perhaps like our node modules, environment variables, build outputs, okay, debug, just cache coverage. We've got a coverage folder which we want to ignore. Alright, cool. So if I copy this and we save this, you should see. Maybe we have to restart the server. Git ignore. What I was expecting was these get grayed out. Node modules .env. Okay, so what we're going to do is go back up here for a sec. So we go git init. And we go there it is. So there, now they're showing us grayed out. So we can go git status, and then these are the untracked files. So these will not be committed. No, sorry. Untracked files. These will be committed. So there should be everything there except our ones that we don't want. So we don't want our environment variables, our testing variables, logs, or the coverage reports. They're not needed. We also don't need the node modules either, because if someone downloads the repo, they can just run npm install, and that will then use our package.json to install. So we are on track. And then what we'll do is we'll just do this. Oh no, hang on, we need to git add. Almost forgot. Cool. And then git commit. It's committed all those. Fantastic. Now we've got to go to GitHub, create the new repo. We don't want to readme. So no readme, none. What's this? We don't want a license yet. It's going to be a private thing. We're not going to open source this or anything, but I don't know what license type's appropriate, so create repository. Alrighty, now what we want to do is grab this, and then we need to add remote origin. So git remote add origin, git remote add origin, and paste that URL. Just done. And then we can verify. There we go. And then git branch.m main git push u main. Do that. Cancel. Preview. I don't know why it was picking up the word. Oh, it wasn't picking up this. Silly me. I thought it was saying preview is included in the copy, but it was the preview window. But you can do them separately. Okay, we might need to enter our GitHub username and password. No, we didn't. Alright, let's create a couple of branches. We're not going to worry about that at the moment. We can do that later. Alright, in your project root directory, create a folder for GitHub workflows. Create a new file named .github workflows. So first of all, before we do that, we will just hit refresh. There's all of our code. Fantastic. So in the root directory, create a folder for GitHub workflows. So workflows. And then open your code editor and add the following content. Create a new file .ci.yaml. Where's workflows? Why can't I see it? We're there. ci.yml. Trigger the workflow on push or pull requests for all branches. Yep. Build runs on Ubuntu latest. I'm not sure about this. If I am only developing on a local PC, where does the CIDG run? Specifically, you mentioned. Okay, so when you push your code to GitHub, the CI job defined in your GitHub action workflows are not run on your local PC. Instead, they are executed on GitHub service. Oh, I didn't know that. So they're virtual machines provided by GitHub that run your workflows. These runners come pre-configured with various operating systems, tools, and languages. Interesting. Learn something every day. All right. Where were we? So set up your environment. Okay. Copy this. Then how do I do this? What we'll do is we'll go to package.json and say here, actually, where's, is it even, doesn't mention the version of Node that you're using. Do I? And setting up your GitHub Actions workflow, the step where you set up your program languages, blah blah. Version 16. Okay. Copy this. Go back to our file. We are using Node version. I can't remember how to check you. How do I check my Node version? It's like Node -- version, I think. There we go. 20.10. Let's do 20. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so we got up to this. Replace with your project's install command. Let's just check that. Node is npm install. Yeah, npm tests. Great. Okay, add the workflow file. So let's actually do git add. Then git commit. And then we don't have it into other branches. All right, go to the Actions tab. Okay, we've missed something. Oh, stupid. Sorry. Git push origin main. I forgot to push the branch. Now it's done. Refresh. Okay, that didn't work. I don't have any. Actions tab. We'll figure this out. Must be located in the dot. Oh, okay. Copy. So this folder. So it just need to be workflows, but it's dot. Is that right? Okay. Git add. Git commit. Git push. Let's see if that works. Actions. Hey, there we go. Queued. It's gonna fail because some of our tests don't pass at the moment. Okay. It's pretty comprehensive. All right, so we're going to go back to the top. Yeah, cool. So it failed. Build, run tests. And it's failing because our tests didn't work, which is correct because we know from our previous changes that it wasn't going to work. Okay, well, at least that's working, which is cool. So when we looked at the GitHub workflow, create the workflow file, creating a CD. Okay, so that was the CI workflow actions. You see the workflow running. Ensure you have a deployment environment. So this is what we can't do at the moment because we haven't set up deployment. Set up your repository secrets, so we can set up secrets and variables in actions. It's interesting. So where can we do that? Settings, actions, general. Oh, sorry. Click on secrets and variables, actions. So we can add repo secrets here. That's cool. So secrets and variables are encrypted and use for sensitive data. So instead of committing them in your GitHub repo, you add them there, which we can do. And then this is the CD pipeline. So deploy, check the actions tab. Okay. Cool. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Maybe we can make this a little bit more robust in the future. Maybe when we turn on the CD part of it. Yeah, very cool. Alrighty. So we'll come over here. We will tick automated linking and formatting checks. Let's ask it that. Does oh my god, linting. That is the correct word. Don't change it. As it stands, your does not automatically. Okay. Go to our scripts, pretty lint, So we have our config files. We have scripts for lint and prettier. Maybe we change this to run on all JavaScript and TypeScript files. Makes sense. Save that, and then prettier dash dash check. What's the difference between prettier dash dash write and prettier dash dash check? So we need to use prettier check for CI/CD pipelines. Okay. I'm just wondering, obviously we want to just check it when we're running the CI pipeline, but we want to have pretty automatically update it and write when we're just in development. So what's Husky? Okay, so how do we do that? So what I might do is, I think we'll take this as a win for now, because we've got the CI part of the pipeline up and running, which is fantastic. We've got our GitHub Actions working. Obviously, there's a little bit more work to do with prettier and lint. So we are going to come here to, where's our CI pipeline? We're going to go implement CI pipeline, implement CD pipeline, we'll split them out. And then we'll need to configure prettier and lint to be checked when CI pipeline runs, prettier to write during development, to format, auto format code, and then just put here this to be done at a later date. Awesome. Alrighty, well, we're gonna wrap it up there. It's another video, some more functionality, some new things learnt with AI, doing something I've never done before with CI pipelines. That was pretty cool, pretty easy. And catch you in the next one. Okay, welcome back to another video. We're going to continue with our... sorry, it's my son's assignment. Okay, we're going to continue with our CI pipeline setup. So where I finished off in my last video, which will probably be appended to this one, we were looking at prettier to automate the code formatting, but there's a difference between prettier write and prettier check. So I am going to share in my package.json. I'm going to say this is my package.json file with the various scripts. How should I structure this so prettier runs when I am saving changes on my local PC? But then yeah, right? But then use prettier check in my CI pipeline. Okay, it's great. Blah blah blah. Modify your package.json. So we're going to do this. Scripts. Save that. Alright, format runs pretty -- write, formatting your code by overwriting files. We use this locally. Format check. Okay. Then we need to configure pretty to run on save. So I'm just going to check this setting. So we're going to go to plus settings. Settings. Format on save. Check the box. Yes, it's true. Set pretty as the default formatter. Default formatter is already set to pretty. Okay. Then let's just look at our link file. Now, your current lint-stage configuration is good. I don't know if that has been updated, so my current lint lint.js file is this. Do we need to update? I think we do. Yes. Copy that. Save that. To optimize your configuration and simplify it, I suggest the following changes. Okay. So do that. In your update your ESLint.js file. Where is that? Okay. Just make sure we've got all of those packages. Sorry.
Okay.
It's just finished another video and started playing again. Oh, hang on, I've made a mistake. My ESLint.js file name was actually ESLint.rc.js. Can you update anything? Okay, let's update the current updated. Save that. Okay. Removed plugin rules. For next update we've installed those. Let's check npm run lint See if it works. Invalid option. I get this error message when running npm run link. We haven't modified the CI pipeline yet. Okay. So, what's it saying here? This error occurs because you're using new ESLint configuration system. Okay. No, I haven't. I've already done that. Okay. Let's do option 2 because it seems like it's the preferred configuration. So we need to rename our ESLint config file to eslint.config.js. Ensure the file is named ES. Yep. Modify your script. So lint. Save that. Since the ext option is no longer available, specify file extensions and other settings within the config file itself. Okay, so copy, save that, run the lint command. Cannot use import statement outside a module. Oh, hang on. Import from, yeah. Yep. We've got to use this common syntax. So we'll run it again. Okay, what does it say? Something went wrong. A config object is using the env key, which is not supported. Okay. I'll say I used the common JS version of the eslint.config.js file. After running npm run lint, I got this error. See what it says. Then we need to double check our CI file. We'll double check our scripts file and yeah. Okay. Check we've got all of these things installed. So ESLint, ESLint plugin prettier, ESLint config prettier. Copy. Run that again just to make sure. Yeah, we didn't have globals installed, so replace your current eslint.config with the following. Save that. Import globals. We use globals package to define global variables. Okay, remove env. Users ignores. Modify your package.json scripts. Yes, lint. Now we should try. Okay. Hang on. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, that's the option. Okay. So it ran successfully. There was a huge number of errors from Prettier, which is fine. But it ran, which is great. So, Jesus, what is Prettier? It's 2,000 errors in terms of I'll click 165. So just to show you, it's got an issue with, I'm not exactly sure what it means. It's running, but now that worked. Thank you. When I run ESLint, I run lint, it shows the Prettier errors. Can you tell me what this means? I didn't switch back to the legacy configuration. Oh. Carriage return character. I'll just do this. Okay, cool. I'm a bit confused because it said, we're using the legacy version in that response. Can you confirm we are now using the modern approach / most recent? Come back to the okay, cool. Okay, so it answered it. I don't know why before it thought we were using something else. Can you review, please review our package .json file to ensure the scripts are correct for lint and Prettier. I want to be able to run Prettier locally on save, and then when we use our CI pipeline, it should use -- check. And we'll also need to provide it with our YAML file. Okay, ensure stage configuration. Yeah, we've done that. Prettier. Okay. Where do I add? Presumably in the lint.config.js file, but I'll just double check. Oh, no. In my package.json file. Oh, it is there, my bad. I didn't see it there. That's a silly mistake. Save. Okay. Great. Can you now? Please now. Okay. Copy this. Save that. Now what we'll do is we'll come over here. Go git add git commit -m updated lint prettier and CI pipeline file. Git push origin main. Okay, and then if we come back here, we go to actions, it should have run, but it should fail because our tests from before still haven't been updated. So that's running, that's fantastic. Yeah, very happy with that. We've set up the whole process now to use our CI pipeline with GitHub and set up these files. I have just noticed my microphone was over here, not over here while I've been recording, so fingers crossed the audio is okay. Anyway, we'll finish the video there because that's one new piece of functionality, and we'll move on to something new.